Hello everybody, today I'm just sharing with you a couple of projects, and this is like a video response for a lady by the name of Siobhan, and her YouTube channel name is Pearl and Button. She has a challenge on at the moment, and the challenge is to make 2 stick pins and 2 tags. The tags could either be in 7 by 3.5 inches or 5 by 3 inches, and the challenge finishes on the 8th of March. So the first thing I made was the stick pins, and I've made a little love heart cushion. I wouldn't call it a pin cushion because, as you can see, it's very thin. It's just made from a wooden die-cut heart that I had in my drawer, and I think that was sent to me by Fiona. Thank you, Fiona. And I've just covered it with some wadding fabric. Do I have that on me? It's just this, wadding. I've put 2 layers of that over the heart, and then covered it in this pretty pink fabric, and then a large tulle fabric over the top of that. I've stitched on some appliques and another one, and just a pink one in the center. I have 2 layers of pearls, pink and the cream, around the edge, and then this little gathered lace around the side with a ribbon hanging. That is the back. This is a lovely paper I got from Lincraft. It is by Christina Ray. It was on sale just after Christmas, I think it was. So it's really nice. It's like quilted paper. It's really beautiful, and it does remind me of one that Kaiser Craft make as well for their cottage paper line. But that's the paper at the back. That is the little pin cushion to hold the 2 stick pins. I'm just going to lift them up a bit like that at the moment so you can see them, because although they're dry, they still need to cure overnight. So they are the 2 stick pins that I've made for Siobhan, and I haven't made stick pins for such a long time, and I didn't have as much stick pin stuff as I thought I had. I've got the pins, but all the little spaces and little bead caps and things like that, I didn't have an awful a big variety of that sort of thing. So this one has a little pink crystal in it, and the crystals came off a beautiful pink long silk skirt. They were in the middle of these flowers, and then I have this like smoky crystal down the bottom here, and this is just a pearl from a necklace, and this was in one of my little containers on my desk, and I'm not exactly sure where that came from. It could have come off a strand that Irene sent me once from Seriously Scrapping. So they're my 2 stick pins, and they're 2 different sizes, and I kept them quite neutral because I know she likes shabby chic, and that's why I've done everything in the pinks and whites and creams, because she said she did like those soft colours. So I hope she likes that. And then the second thing is my tags, and I've made this little booklet to put the tags in. It's just it's the same paper line, the Christina Ray. It's like a wedding paper line, and I've used that, and it is just a soft cover to keep it lightweight for postage. This trim that goes all the way around was from Lynn Harris. Thank you, Lynn. And there's a piece of an applique under there, and I only had a little bit of it left, so it just sort of fit there. I have this lovely lace bow on the front, and that's it really, apart from the flower. I'm trying to think where I got that flower from. It was in my flower drawer, so I really don't know. And to close it, I was going to, do the lace here to tie in a bow, but because these stick out a bit there, I didn't want to ruin that. So I've just done an elastic, like Travelers notebook style elastic, but instead of it being attached to the side, it's attached to the middle so that it can just go around like that. And then inside I just have my tags, and I did keep the tags simple because they're for wrapping lace around, and I thought if I over decorated them, you can't really put lace on them. It defeats the purpose, doesn't it? So I've just made, I've decorated the top, and I've put fuzzy fibre all around the edge because once again it is made out of this cardboard, and this cardboard has a not very attractive side to it, so I thought, well, I can put the little fibres, and it gives it a nice soft look as well. This beautiful pink flower here is from Lisa's craft shop. Thank you, Lisa. And I've put a pink flower on that side, and that was my own. The paper line is the Kaiser Craft Cottage Rose collection, and see, there's that one that looks like a quilt, but I've used all that one. So I've used the papers from the Cottage Rose collection by Kaiser Craft. It's such a pretty collection, and I've used it here as well. And this lace also came to me from Lynn Harris, and I'm sharing some with Siobhan. I hope I'm pronouncing your name correctly. So that's the first tag, and this is the second tag over here. It's done exactly the same way. This lovely flower from Lisa's craft shop, and one of my own on that side. Papers from the paper collection, and this is a lace or trim that I bought from Luscious Laces, and I thought I would share some of that with you as well. So that's the second tag. And then the little booklet is really quite simple. It's just, you have your paper. I've padded the inside, covered it with lace, put some trims around the edge and a little flower, and it's the same on both sides. And then you have the insert part here, which is actually just, let me just try and demonstrate. It's really, really simple. You have a square of paper, pretend, okay, that's nice and tidy like that. So that's the square, that goes like that, that's the square, and you just fold that in, yeah, it's not a perfect square, so you have to just bear with me. Fold that in like that, and that is what makes the insert kind of folded up like that, and it can hold things like that. And I've made two of those. So I've got that there, and then I've got another one on the other side, and I've joined them together so that the tags can sit there like that. And on the one on the inside, I've just, there you go, they're joined together like that. And so we have a thread. And they have little pockets as well, and for those pockets I've just made these little bags. This paper, oh, it's so beautiful, that paper, it really is. I went to the thrift store and I found a brand new English Rose 6 sheets perfume drawer liners, and like that's the one that I've cut, but they're absolutely brand new. They were still kind of in the plastic, so it says $3, but it was a green date and it was $1.50, and I love them. I think they're beautiful, and they do have a slight scent on them as well. So I've just made a couple of little bags. To open those, all you do is undo the bow and pull the button through, and I think I got that idea from Roseanne. I think she made some really nice wallpaper bags, and she used, I think she used something like that. I'm not sure. I haven't gone back and looked. I just sort of recall it from memory. She had a similar closure to that. So there's just a couple of little goodies in there for you, and I'm not going to open that now. And they slot in just like that, and then the tags. You know, I don't think they're meant to stay there forever. It's just to make it look pretty when it arrives. And they can go there, like that. And that will keep it all neat and tidy for postage. This side I did cover, the opposite side of the paper I covered in fabric and lace, just so it wasn't all paper. So I think that is about all I have to say about it, to be honest. So I hope you like it, Siobhan. And you just put the elastic back around. If you don't want the elastic around it, I just don't want anything falling out. Once you get it, just cut the elastic off, and it's still, you know, it still closes. Like, you know, it still will sit on a shelf or something like that. It will still close. So it's just mainly to keep everything where it's meant to be. So there we go. I hope you like it, and pop on over to her channel. There's still plenty of time to enter her challenge, and I'm sure she'd appreciate it. It's her first challenge, her very first challenge. Oh, gosh, I remember doing my first challenge too. It's kind of a little bit nerve-wracking, isn't it? It still is. It still is. Doesn't matter how many you do, it's still a little bit, you know, you get a bit nervous. Oh, what if nobody wants to enter, and things like that go through your mind. But they are a lot of fun to do. They are a lot of fun to do. So there we go. I will put the link to her challenge in the description box below. So take care, everybody. Bye.